Hello friends, and welcome to Learning Spoken English Lesson 3, Word Stress. I apologize for the delay in releasing this video. I was in China last month making plans with school officials to take a team of volunteers to China this summer to teach spoken English. I thank you for your patience. When learning to speak English, it is important to understand word stress. In English, every word is made up from syllables. Each word has 1, 2, 3 or more syllables, and with few exceptions, every syllable in English contains at least one vowel or vowel sound. When speaking American English, we do not say each syllable with the same force or stress. In each word, we accent or say one syllable louder, stronger, or with more emphasis than the others. Look at the words before you. Repeat the words as I say them. About, about. China, China. Conversation, conversation. Now if you say each word slowly, you can hear the syllables that make them up. About, about. Notice that the second syllable has been shown in capital letters. This is to indicate that the second syllable is to be accented or stressed more than the first syllable. About, about. Repeat after me. About. Now let's look at the word China. Notice that the word China is made up of 2 syllables. China. Also notice that the first syllable is shown in all capital letters to indicate that it is stressed or emphasized, while the second syllable is pronounced softer. China, China. Repeat after me. China. Now look at the last word on the slide, conversation. Conversation has 4 syllables. Con, ver, say, shun. Notice that the third syllable is to be accented while the other syllables are to be pronounced softer. Listen as I say the word. Conversation, conversation. Now you try it. Conversation. The syllables that are not stressed are called weak, small, or quiet. Native speakers of English listen for the stressed syllables in a word and not the weak syllables. So if you practice and use word stress in your speech, you can improve your pronunciation and comprehension. So here are some simple rules to follow when practicing word stress. Rule number 1. One word, one stress. One word cannot have 2 stressed syllables. If you hear 2 stresses, you have heard 2 words, not 1. Now some words do have a secondary stress, but it is much smaller or weaker than the primary stress and is used only in long words. Rule number 2. Only vowels are stressed, not consonants. Remember the 3 words from the earlier slide? About. The sound in the second syllable that is stressed is the short O sound. About. About. The sound stressed in China is the long I sound. China. China. What sound is stressed in the word conversation? Listen and see if you can hear the vowel that is accented. Conversation. Conversation. Of course, it's the long A sound. Conversation. Conversation. The first 2 rules have been easy to understand and easy to put into practice. Now in English, there are many rules to learn and many exceptions to each rule. So instead of trying to learn all the rules and their exceptions, try to feel the rhythm of spoken English and add stress naturally. Now let's look at rules number 3 and 4. Rule number 3. Stress on the first syllable. 90% of all nouns are accented on the first syllable. Most two-syllable nouns and most two-syllable adjectives are stressed on the first syllable as well. For example, the noun table is stressed on the first syllable and is pronounced table. Table. The adjective happy is stressed on the first syllable and is pronounced happy. Happy. Rule number 4. Stress on the last syllable. Most two-syllable verbs are stressed on the last syllable. Take, for example, the verb decide. The stress is on the second syllable and is pronounced decide. Decide. Repeat after me. Decide. The verb begin, for example, is pronounced begin. Begin. Repeat after me. Begin. Now let's pull all this together and practice word stress in complete sentences. This will give you an opportunity to hear how word stress, along with sentence stress, creates the rhythm or the beat of American English. Practice speaking the following sentences along with me. Sentence number 1. You're late. It's about time you arrived. You're late. It's about time you arrived. Sentence number 2. Have you ever been to China? Have you ever been to China? Sentence number 3. The best way to practice English is through conversation. The best way to practice English is through conversation. Sentence number 4. Please put the food on the table. Please put the food on the table. Sentence number 5. My new puppy makes me so happy. My new puppy makes me so happy. Sentence number 6. You decide. Red or blue? You decide. Red or blue? Sentence number 7. It's time to begin our journey. It's time to begin our journey. These are some simple rules to help you understand and use word stress to improve your spoken English. The best rule to follow, though, is to practice speaking American English and listening to how a native English speaker stresses his or her words. I have MP3 files available to help you practice word stress. If you will email me at dan@zengmao.com, I will be happy to send you the practice exercises and the MP3 files. Until next time, 再见.